So the YET project, the Youth Educating Peers project, is a Department of Health funded project here in WA. We deliver sexual health and blood-borne virus information to young people aged 12 to 25 and also to the youth sector as well.
So in order to engage with the youth sector, we do just workshops. We can either come to the service itself or we can run them from where we work at in our office as well. With young people, we have a bit more of a broad range of ways of going about it. We work at different youth centers, we work at schools sometimes. Basically, we have a peer education approach where we are all in this team young people. So we are all 18 to 25, 26 inclusive, 15 of us that go out and speak to young people and educate them on these issues through workshops and activities, social media. We try to find ways of engaging with young people that are ways that we would want to be engaged with.
Every year, the YET project conducts a survey of young people, and in that survey we found that 50% were going online to find the information, but then the rest were kind of going to their friends. They weren't really going to necessarily their parents or teachers. So we really found that young people are engaging in different ways on sexual health issues to what we, I guess, traditionally would have thought. So that's why, as peer educators, we kind of can break down those barriers straight away because we're in that target group, we have the same language, we have the same experiences, and that just gives them, I guess, a little bit more ease in asking us questions.
After every sort of workshop or shift that we do, we both, with the youth sector, we actually have them fill out some kind of evaluation form so that we can get really instant feedback about how they felt about the workshop, what we can do better. With young people, we aren't able to do that, but we as educators fill out a form about how we felt it went, what age groups, how many young people we actually worked with, and what demographics of young people as well. So whether we work with culturally and linguistically diverse young people, or Aboriginal young people, or LGBTI young people, so that we have a better understanding of which groups we are having the most interaction with and how we can make sure that our workshops are inclusive and culturally sensitive as well.
So in terms of what we've found, young people are really interested, I guess, not so much in the mechanics of how sex works, but more just like about relationships and consent. We get a lot of questions about, oh, I heard this happened to my friend or that happened to my friend and I don't know whether it's okay. So a lot of the time, it's kind of that really messy stuff that they want to know, like about relationships, about consent, about social media as well.
I find myself doing a lot of porn literacy, discussions around body image and self-esteem, and a lot of queer sex ed, honestly, because I'm perceived as not just a young person peer, but also an LGBTI peer. And many people within our team are seen as both a young person peer and a diverse group peer. It means that young people are willing to open up and ask the questions that they don't think an adult, a teacher, or parent might be able to answer for them. So it can be simple things like, how do I have sex? Or how do I have pleasurable sex, which often gets missed out. We have a very, sex positive, pleasure-based approach that doesn't often get discussed in a lot of homes or schools.
I think for me, I've taken that young people, they know a lot more than you think they do. Like in high school, I didn't have any clue what consent was or anything like that, and we'd go out to youth centres and stuff, and these kids are really on it. But they have a lot of questions, and I guess, they just don't necessarily feel like they can ask people in their lives. So when we come in, sometimes it is that 1 hour where they get to ask the one question that they've been wanting to ask for years.
I think what we've found is that peer-based approaches work, that we need more of them, really. A lot of young people, they won't go to a teacher, they won't go to a parent because they just don't feel comfortable having those conversations. And so they do look at things like, they go on the internet, they look at pornography as the way of finding out how sex works or how to have safe and pleasurable sex. And often the messages they're receiving are not accurate or not realistic, and can lead to some challenges there. So having young people that are willing to talk with them and give them the straight answers, or the gay answers, and really have frank discussions and not have to sort of censor what we're saying. If they want to use, not necessarily polite words to describe their bodies and their sexuality, then we mirror that language. We don't have to use the clinical terms. We we do whatever works best, and we're willing to adapt our approach to meet the needs of young people.